Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. I am SeiferKatt, and we are continuing our quest to eat the Pope. That's a hell of a start, right? But that's what we're doing. So, before we do anything, we are missing a counselor. For instance, our chancellor has gone missing. I don't know what happened to him, but we'll get a new one. It's fine. We'll just go down to the store and the chancellor store and get a new chancellor. It happens. We are currently at war. As like someone decided that they didn't want to be my friend anymore. I'm not super cool with that, but maybe they never wanted to be my friend. Actually, let's see. Were you ever my friend? Your liege is Bohemian. Okay, so some uh, some local count just decides that screw you, I'm gonna fight you, which is a bit rude. Whoa. Also, it seems like we lost West Francia. West Francia became Great Moravia, which is greater than it ever was before. Interesting. I don't know when that happened, but that's a concern. So, East Francia and West Francia. This is East, this is West. Anyway, how are we doing with our military? We've got to start every stream off with actually figuring out what the hell we've got going. We've got enough money to fund the army for 10 months. That's pretty good. I only found that option there the other day. I don't know if you can see it. You kind of can. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's true. I did see that. Baltic is playing around with a program that basically makes things. I don't know how to describe it. It just makes the images. What's it called? Valdek will link it. I'm just gonna make demands to Valdek. Demand, Valdek, do the thing. All right. The Gallant Champion. Let's see. This guy wants to be rewarded, and I will speak well of him. That's all I'll do. I'll just speak well of him. Because, quite frankly, the heck is that from? Crayon. Craiyon. It's interesting. You should check it out. Yeah, I'll speak well of him. I'm not giving him land. And I'm not going to give him gold, because we need both those things. So, I'm sorry. I understand he wanted a little bit more than what I gave him. But he's not getting it because I am cheap. There's just a pile of gold there. It is. It is indeed. It's pretty fun. The cable was touching my toe and it creeped me out. Didn't like that. Okay. So we've got this war going on over here. We can just raise some men and just end this war pretty quickly. Probably, honestly, the best idea of things to do as well. So, oh, what's this? Cat wearing glasses, cat wearing headset, cat paw touching computer mouse. Some of those are really good. Some of those are really good. Except for the bottom right one where it looks like it's being strangled with the headphones cable. But that's just kind of the fact. Oh, sorry. The Crusader Kings experience. It's going to say Factorio experience, but it's not entirely untrue either. I'm just going to let them wander around for a bit. I don't think they're really going to start any shit. And the longer they wander around, the weaker they'll become. Let's see. Good. Okay. I am continuing to bully the child of Berlin. It's kind of a dick move, but you know what? I am arrogant, sadistic, zealous, and charming. Arrogant, sadistic, zealous, and charming. Hey, I'm kind of like Draco Malfoy. I don't know why that was the first character that came into my head, but that's what we've got. Got a real Draco Malfoy over here. Yeah, we're gonna amass the armies real quick. We probably don't need all the armies, so we'll just win a couple of fights and then we will crush them, is my plan. And yeah, once we crush them, then the rebellion, well, it's not even a rebellion, it's actually an active war that they have started for no real reason other than just generally being dicks. They're not going to probably get out of this one. Nope, they do not. And I'm okay with that. Let's just wound them. Let's get them out of here. Excellent. The other unit comes in right at the end. Fine by me. One of my people was just trying to raid for hostages. I approve of that. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to punch them in the face a couple more times and see what happens. My culture has discovered Banis. Oh. Oh, and my Chancellor is gone already. You just lose more good Chancellors that way, I swear. So I don't want to carry around this. What happens if we win this, out of curiosity? If we enforce demands, they have to pay 141 gold to us. Oh, that's decent, quite honestly. Okay, well, I will gladly take 141 gold if they... I don't really want to fight them in the mountains if I can help it. They are still retreating. I don't want to fight them in the mountains just because my horses tend to hate being in mountains. My court has gone down to level 4, that's okay. Oh, this guy's trying to run, that's fine too. He's going to go into the mountains. The one place I said I didn't want to go. But I have double his numbers and just... Oh, never mind. Forests. I'm pretty good at forests. And honestly, after this, that should be pretty much a one and done thing. Yeah, their numbers are so small now. Also, we've captured... Oh, that's right. They had hired mercenaries, didn't they? My sister died of consumption. What's consumption? Oh, not good. Okay. What we can probably do here is split the forces. Half of them come up here. In fact, it looks like you're already working on that, aren't you? Okay, that's fine. And the other forces can go over here and... Actually, which one's better? It's probably the more important thing, isn't it? That's the onagers. Okay. And you and my cavalry? Yeah, my cavalry needs to leave. I just don't want to... Yeah. You wanted me to conquer somewhere over here, didn't you? Or am I... No, somewhere around here. Okay. So we're going to disband this unit. Simply because I don't want to be paying for them this whole time. That's fine. God. Watch as someone who only understands English can try and type any of these. PL... Right. Oh, actually, it's there. Ah, okay, we're actually very close to you. Look at that, we're getting there. Tuberculosis. Ah, yes, you're right, it is. It is. Because it consumes you. Okay, so we are actually, like, right next to where Veldak is. He'll be very happy once we rescue him from his non-flesh-eating self. My commander's been wounded, that's fine, I don't really care. We are winning this, right? Yes, we are. Oh, you're on the other side. Oh, shit. You're like around here, if I remember right. That's what I was saying before. We're getting there, though. That's the thing. Okay, coming of age. We are now 16. So, I have completed my studies of intrigue. Okay. As I take my first steps to adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. Our friendship shared means a lot when we're both young, and she's still by my side. Also, I have some memorable times. She truly helped me understand myself and love. Is that the same person? Yes. I think she is also my cousin. She's my cousin and best friend. Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes. This 18-year-old put me through a lot, and I'm going to kill him. We're tired of eating humans in secrecy. Yes, we'll deal with that. And I'm sorry that I bullied a 12-year-old. Okay, I'm a man now. I am no longer charming. That's disappointing. Okay, so let's see. We are an intricate web weaver. Alright then. My stats are not great, but that's okay. They will improve over time. And I'm the cultural head of the Pomlith culture. Yes! That's what we want to be. Battlements is still what I want. Actually, we developed something else, didn't we? Banis. Okay, so those are slowly being completed. We don't really need to worry about that. We just want to keep going on like the early medieval tech. Betrothed can marry. Okay, we can marry her. She's not particularly great, but we'll marry her anyway just because her stats are amazing. And if that's not a reason to marry, I don't know what is. Okay, and lifestyle choice. Okay, we're going to go intrigue. And let's see. He's arrogant, sadistic, and zealous. He seems like someone that would be intimidating. He's an intimidating 16-year-old. That's just who he is as a person. Do not judge. Wedding celebration. Look, I don't need prestige. I need money. So please give me money. Host a feast. You know, hosting a feast is probably a good idea because I need people to like me more. So I collect I raise taxes for my wedding feast, and then I host a wedding feast. I go wrong with that. This music is so cheery. Welcome, friends. Yes, because we need people in my court to like me, because, quite frankly, we've had some issues. Okay. Two people are fighting. Two of my vassals are fighting. The Duchess and the Countess. Okay, so I can just turn the other cheek. They have damaged or possibly destroyed the regalia, but quite frankly, I would rather them both like me, because honestly, we just need to be liked right now. Our court is kind of not super fond of me. Okay, and upon marrying my wife, I've immediately cheated on her. Brilliant. That's what you want to do. That's exactly the plan. But taking on lovers is not a good idea because I am zealous. Okay. So we're just going to enjoy it while we can and then never do it again. That's a good plan. Okay. Liberty faction wants really? I bet you aren't even my religion. Yeah, they're not, are they? This is the problem with these people. They just aren't my religion, and they think that eating people is bad. And honestly, that's something I don't know if I can stand for. I'm not your rightful liege. Who is your rightful liege, out of curiosity? You are. Okay. Well, you can have Countess of Rhinacy. Okay. Grand Vassal. And I've immediately lost it. Hang on. Because the plan is, you don't like being here. so I'm not going to force you to be here. Okay. So you ground vessel. Yeah. There we go. No longer a problem. Get out of here. And now they're 2 weeks into an ultimatum because one of their people can't request liberty from me because they're already not with me. Ha 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 ha. No liberty for you. Okay. Everyone gains 20 opinion of me. That's good. My glory is widely known. Hell yeah. So at the age of 16, I'm at the 4th level of fame. That's pretty good. Like, I'm the most famous 16-year-old. Probably not, actually, but I'll take it. Oh, look at him. He's a cannibal. Love cannibals. What a good dude. We just got to keep increasing control in these places. Oh, they're coming back for another go. Where is this kingdom going? Where are you going, my lord? You were at war with a few people, it seems. You're at war with them, so you're marching all the way across here. Okay, well, you're going to get your forces destroyed doing that. Carry on. I don't really care. You just march all the way across my territory. That's going to work so well for you. Okay, excellent. We gain more renown. Dude, we are getting quite a lot of renown. 4.12 per month. Pretty good. But we need 3,000 to get to the next level of splendor, so I guess we're not that close. What I need is a big honkin' civil war in this place. At some point. Okay. That ends the war. Give me my money. How much money do you have right now? 47. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate for you in a second, isn't it? Enforced demands. Excellent. Now you are poor. You had to borrow for that money. And now you have none of it. Alright. Time to hold court, I think. There's always 3. I'll accept that. Just for the first in line to approach. There's galling for Great House to have the threat of revocation hanging over you like mere barons or tenants. What, you just think your house of 4 members, your obscure house, should last? I don't know why I should care. Do I care about any of this stuff? What I could say, oh, I haven't moved my face. Get out of the way, face. There we go. So what I could say is, look, yeah, no one's going to take your territory. To be fair, how much territory does he even really hold? He does hold quite a bit of territory, actually. He is quite a strong vassal. He's also a known criminal. Well, that should change the story a little bit, shouldn't it? Look, man, you give me land. You give me one of your counties, and I will make sure that we don't take any land from you. And he is not doing that. He's like, why the hell would you do this? Bit rude. No. Eating people is not a criminal offense in this kingdom. In this empire, rather. Okay. So you are sad because my vassal hasn't really managed the control. And what I'm actually going to do instead is, so they're saying, please don't make her hurt us. We are very scared. We'll just be good. And I'm like, there's no need for bloodshed, my lord. And I'll be like, how about more bloodshed? Yes, that's who I am as a person. Before the court is underway, my chancellor pulls me aside. To his surprise, he is brandishing a garish nose ring. Oh, okay. So he's basically saying everyone should dress in a particular style. And quite frankly, no, I... No, you know, I'll be fine. I won't forget people's faces. I forgot people's faces. Well, that kind of did the complete opposite of what I wanted to do. People didn't like that. It should teach me for trying a diplomacy check when I'm not very good at diplomacy. I mean, let's be honest. Pukuveris is not particularly good at anything. Keep in mind, we currently have no children, and we're going to be having children soon. So if you want to add a name to the register, now is your time, because we're going to be probably having children soon. So it should be interesting. We should get a bunch of names being used this time. I would love to upgrade the castle, but we probably need to level up a bit more. Alright, we'll get there. We just need money, that's the thing. As a steward, he's okay. He's not the best, he's not the worst. She is the best at stewardship though, so I mean if we did that, it does allow us... Hang on. Yeah, if we do this, we get an extra domain, an extra holding allowed. Shall we ask Panda to name the heir? You could do that. Kind of gets outside the normal thing, but I mean, just to be clear, the heir is not always the one that survives. And I notice some of these people don't like us. You don't like us despite the fact that we don't have a kingdom without us. We are still slowly converting religions, that's the problem. We don't really want to start more shit until more regions are converted. But it's going pretty well, actually. Oh, where he is right now. Let's see. So the Norse guy in my guest is arguing religion with one of my dukes. We're not converting religion. Wait. We get an artifact? Hell yeah. So we say, no, look, get out of this place with the... Hey, where's Beldy Poo? Alright, that name's there. And tell them, look, no, our religion's better. Get out of here, or we'll friggin', I don't know, tell you to go away again. And with that, we have written a book, which gives me an extra 2.2 piety per month. Not much, admittedly, but something. I'm not allowed to use worm on a string because I am still a child despite being an adult. Look at that very youthful face. Ah, that's alright. There'll be another suggestion space. I think it redeems pretty quickly. I think that one... Actually, hang on. How often does that one switch over? Viewer rewards, channel points. I think that one's pretty quick. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. So that should be available very soon. Alright, so we're just going to continue to convert this, and then we're going to make a go at East Francia, or no matter which way we look at it, East Francia is always where we need to go. What we need is strong, powerful allies. I don't know if we're going to get strong, powerful allies. Demand artifact. Excuse me, who are you? My VAT? No, I'm not giving you this. I like it. It's going to be gone in 5... You know what? It's going to be gone in 5 years anyway. Alright then. Maybe he'll protect it and look after it, because I'm certainly not looking after it. Speaking of artifacts, is there any worth in... No, we have no good antiquarians available. That's alright. We just gotta keep converting religions. Apparently these guys are having a civil war again. Wait, who are you raiding? Okay, first child. On its way. So yeah, it should be interesting. My goal is, once we do actually finally manage to eat a pope, we're going to end Crusader Kings and play something else. I don't know what it is we're going to play just yet, but that is the plan. But we've still got a few more weeks of this to go. Do we call a hunt? Sometimes calling a hunt does... Oh, sorry. Hi, Solburn. Sorry, I apologize. I saw the horn and I was like, yeah, that's good. I'm so sorry. How you doing, Solburn? Now that I'm paying attention. I thought I said hi, Solburn, and then I was just looking at your name being like, did I? Did I not? I don't know. And then rather than say it again, I didn't say it at all. That's on me. I apologize. Where are we trying to convert currently? I like how factions open and they just close again. Like, we just have no stability. Oh, you want an independence war? Seriously, the only reason you have your kingdom is because I fought for it. Probably. Maybe it was your father. Or maybe, I don't actually know. We might have had a few, just all of us are dicks, right? View title history. What's happened here? This is the guy... Wait. I'm just trying to think of where we actually started from. Oh, we eat the Pope? Absolutely working on it. There has been a... So I think... If I recall correctly, this is the guy that I helped install him. There has been a lot of... This has not been a stable place. Okay, so if they go for independence, it's honestly kind of... Cooldown is suggested as a child name. Well, that's a child name, yeah. Good old Cooldown. Cooldown the second. Okay. We have a new son. You know what? I saw a name before that I quite liked, but let's just go and have a look at that. That's not what I wanted. Reward requests. Okay. What have we got? Child name. Oh, we've got a couple. We've actually got quite a few good names here. We could use slowness. You know what? Slowness is the oldest one here, and it actually works here, so we'll do that. There we go. Slowness. Hey, Dagoo! What up, my dude? Welcome. Alright, so. My armor is broken. That's okay. All the old equipment is breaking, but that's okay. It's old stuff. We'll make new stuff later. Very soon, in fact. That was not the name you just put in queue? No, you put it in queue before. What are you talking about? Did I spell it wrong? You're offered a job that paid in vegetables. What sort of crazy-ass life are you living, Dagoo? Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah. Yeah. That's terrible. I love it. It's so bad. I love it so much. No, that was not the name you put in the queue. You put that name in the queue a couple of weeks ago, but it's the oldest one and it actually works here. So we're going to do that. Okay. Dagoo got a new job, offered a new job that paid in vegetables. No. He got a new job that paid in vegetables, but he had to turn it down. The salary wasn't enough. Oh, she's mad. She's mad. Brilliant. No. Ah, she didn't like it. There's the biggest rolled eyes there. It was worth. Absolutely worth. Alright, so... What is my dude doing? Where is he working? I have a dude. Gotta have a dude. Oh wait, no, I didn't have a dude. He was in the wrong place. Just keep converting religions and we'll get there eventually. King Jakub and Shaman Pavel's turn to waste my time with petty dispute. The more I listen to their reasons, the more I'm convinced the entire hearing has been below my concern. I can just kill them. That's probably a bad idea. No, we probably don't need to. Probably don't need to. So we can just... What are we doing? We're just going to threaten them. That's okay. Threatening is okay. Murder right now, it's not the time for murder. Okay. No. It's just shouting behind me, do it. Do it! Do it! Do it! Alright, anyway, let's go torture someone. She's calling me a coward now. My wife is calling me a coward. This is not good. Do the Jew? Yeah, I should. You're right. Anyway, we've got people in here. You know, I think it's time to just torture them. Why? I don't know. Just fun. And I might gain some dark insights. Yeah, good. So we didn't get anything for that. We just tortured a man for no real reason. What is the cooldown? Why did the crab cross the road? It didn't. It used the side work. The cooldown is 5 minutes. It's a fairly short cooldown, to be honest. No worries. You... Hang on, wait, what? You want a treaty with me? Actually, you know what? That's not a... Wait, are you inside my kingdom? Let's make sure of this first. You're not. Wait, are you? No, he's not. So yeah, you know what? Oh, he's going to give me money too? Yeah, sure, I accept money treaties. Did this place explode? Looks like this place exploded of sorts. The names are going in the list automatically. So they're all in the rewards queue. So when I need them, I'll just go up to the rewards queue and see what's there. Sometimes I'll take one if there's one sitting there that's been particularly there for a long time, like I did with slowness just then. Otherwise, I will find one that just suits my fancy at the time. And if we stop playing Crusader Kings, then I'll just refund the points that haven't been used. So I can do all of that. Because I'm really so scared that someone was going to waste their internet points. Profit in the halls. He is trying to convert people to this foreign cult of Christianity. And you know what? You want to be like that? We gain some dread. We kill the man. Stop preaching about the occult, sir. Goodness gracious, we're not here for cults. And so we've got max 100 dread. Nice. We we are quite dreadful. Really, I'm just kind of playing just a very religious Joffrey. You want to put it that way? I'm just murdering people who don't like me, and I'm eating people. You know? Pardon? But sometimes I eat people who don't like me. Sometimes I just eat people. Yeah. We'll torture someone else. Oh, we've already tortured you. Okay, fine. We'll torture someone else. Because we just... Oh, we have to spend piety for that. But we gain so much piety. It's fine. So, yeah. And we gain some intrigue. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of intrigue doing this. Yeah, so at some point we're going to get some trait about being sadistic. And that's fine, I suppose. If it happens, it happens. He's been recently tortured. He's worth 10 gold? Excellent. Look, absolutely, I'll pay 10 gold for that. Oh man, my wife is helping me learn how to be a better spy master boy. Oh, goodness. So, now this has sort of collapsed. Almost enough to make me think that... Do we have a Polish king? Do we have a king of Poland? We do not. We could pay 500 gold to get a Kingdom of Poland. And that would do quite a few nice things for me. It's 500 gold, and then I might be able to... Yeah, let's do this. So we now have the Grand Duchy of Poland, the Grand Duchy of Pomerania, and the Baltic Empire. Okay, now that we've got these... Yeah, they're not particularly fond about the whole... some of the things that I've done, but that's okay. That's up to them. So we will slowly vassalize these people as we encourage them to change their minds about us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this man and we're going to sway him. Started a sway against him. Oh yeah. Actually, man here, can we ask him to change his religion? Oh no, he's already the correct religion. Oh, that's fine then, never mind. So yeah, we'll just take over Poland through diplomacy, which is not the standard way of taking over Poland, I understand, but that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So hopefully that'll go down pretty quickly, and then we will Oh, my wife is pregnant again. Excellent. The Bohemian court now speaks High German. Hello, German. How you doing? Oh my god, the goo, if you're still here, I just got your joke. I just got it. It uses the sidewalk because it walks sideways. Ha 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 ha. My grandmother is hitting on an 18-year-old. No wait. Baron Dietrich rises, looking awkward. From the corner of my eye, I notice my grandmother swooning, clearly besotted by the Baron. How dare you? Out! Yeah. Get him out of here. Sacrifice. Yep, that's a name that we can go with. Oh. He's going to teach me to be a better spy boy. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely, lead the way. This is how I die, by the way. He is a giant, so he's like a Tauran rogue. No, I don't know why that's the first thing I think of. The first thing I think of as someone with giantism is a fake cowman. So, you know, that's how life is sometimes. A lot of little there's like 2 civil wars across my empire right now. Probably not great. Looks like some of these places have exploded, which is very good. Happy about that. You do not lose piety or clergy opinion from torturing or executing others. Oh, well. Okay, then. You insist. Oh, man, there's fair taxes? Yes! Let's go, boys! Anyway, it's time to torture someone for no real reason other than we can. No, you're fine. Yeah. We're never gonna have stress problems. They're pretty sad about it. They're not having the best of times, I suppose. So what I'm really hoping for is some sort of civil war to break out East Francia at some point. Because I need to get through Bavaria. Alternatively, I would like Bavaria to get independence or something like that. I don't really know. But the good news is, at least Great Moravia is the wrong religion right now. So that it's Cathar rather than Catholicism. But that might be some benefit to us. We've given birth to a second son. Alright, here is this. We had the heir, now the spare. What have we got for child names? Let's see. We've just gone with a West name, so I don't want to do another West name just yet. You know what? It's just kind of funny if the spare is going to be called Emperor. So there'll be 2 emperors. The kingdom of 2 emperors. You know, it's like the irony thing. You know, like calling a big man tiny. What we're going with. Now, hopefully the 8.4 income increases over time. On to 8.3. It's the complete opposite of what I just wanted. Spy Master. Now, the important thing with a Spy Master is you want to hire someone who likes you. Which is, I believe we're related. somehow. Yes. You have the cupped cat. Which is, of course, the symbol of my house. Continue increasing control. That will give me more money over time. We can imprison criminals. Who can we imprison? You? What did you do? You revolted against me and you declared war. I mean, that seems pretty bad. Can't believe you've done this. Oh, you're all the way up there. You know what? That's... Ugh. What about you? Countess Lee. You're a fornicator. Oh my. Ah, the North... Look, the North Baltic Empire, they're a bit strange up there. They can stay up there. I don't want to get involved in this whole North... Oh, converted culture to Pomleth. Excellent. I've always said it's a bit strange up there in North Baltic. So we're going to leave them up there. They're okay. We're not going to start shit up there. No matter how much I'd like to. So a lot of my development for Pomleth culture is about 6 to 10. Which is not great, but it's not bad. It's what we've got. So we have Prince Slowness and Prince Emperor. That's going to get confusing. I hope he becomes Emperor Chief Volkov, which is the religious title of my people. Okay. We've converted a religion place. Convert more religious, shall we? Takes about 2 years. That's not too bad, honestly. And we might actually be due a Norseman attack soon. We are due a Norseman assault very soon. Which is going to be a pain. I never really want the Norse to come down, but you can't stop them, right? They do what they do. Can't stop the Norse. One thing I've always thought. Your primary heir is you. We arrange a marriage between Emperor and you. That's pathetic. Can we arrange a... God, they do not like... No one in this family likes me. The only reason they like me is apparently I have... Yes? Why are we talking about Bruce Banner? I mean, that's all correct. I've, Santos? It's not quite like that. You've also got to remember Bruce Banner does actually have a literal devil inside him. Yeah, I know. I've watched the show. It's not quite like that. It's like what Banner said. Hey, hang on, you don't have another guy. I've also been reading Hulk lately. She-Hulk doesn't have a literal devil inside her. So, you know, kind of different. And, yeah, sure, why not? I accept that. I mean, a literal devil that is just hate and anger and the desire for destruction does tend to be a pretty overwhelming force. You know, my personal opinion, I suppose. Yeah, I've been reading some of the Immortal Hulk lately. I went to the library and they had like 7 volumes of it just sitting there, like from issue 1 to like 40, and I was like, huh. I mean, I gotta get it, right? Because there's just so much of it. So I've been slowly reading through it. Good. Good shit. Slowness is rowdy. Okay. I'm known for my dedication to the faith. Absolutely. We're gonna have to do a little bit of fighting for that, but that's alright, we'll get there. Terrified of you plus 20. Yeah, that's how things work. I don't think the writing is terrible. I've actually really enjoyed it so far. But then again, people are always going to complain about Marvel shows. It's like, complaining about Marvel, it's like, yeah, we get it. You don't like it. It's a huge thing, and a lot of people don't like it. That's fine, but it's very easy to complain about, you know. But I really like Marvel stuff. So, honestly, issuing complaints to me about Marvel stuff, I know you're not really doing that. Yeah, they did. It's really funny, though. Not only did they complain about it, if you look at the demographics, it was 30-plus-year-old men. And it's like, why do you hate against She-Hulks? They also reviewed bombs it with ones. Review bombing is stupid anyway. The whole thing's stupid. But I did like a lot of ones from one certain demographic. That's interesting. Yeah, reviews are pretty pointless. But yeah, I'm enjoying She-Hulk. It's fun. It's so far more. I mean, I would like to see more of the political stuff. That's fine. I'd like to see more of the courtroom drama stuff. I hope we do see more of that, but I guess we'll see. Speaking of which, I'm going to be moving the Thursday stream time to Wednesdays. We're bringing it up a day for the next 8 weeks because I want to watch She-Hulk when it comes out. And that's who I am. You want your claim on Scotland? The fuck? Then it doesn't matter to you. Yeah, so I'm going to be streaming on Wednesdays for the foreseeable, for the next 8 weeks or so, until She-Hulk ends, and then we'll discuss what happens. I need to change that on schedule, but like this thing that me and Panda do, we know what time it comes up, and so at like 7 o'clock, we turn on the TV and we just refresh until the Marvel show comes up, and then we're like, yay! My Wednesday is probably your Tuesday. You have no one to watch on Wednesdays, everyone takes time off? Well, there you go. That works for you. It's not going to work for everyone. I respect that. And I apologize for those who it doesn't work for, but quite frankly, I want to watch She-Hulk when it comes out. Yeah, maybe. I just don't want to. I don't want to get pulled into Scotland, because then I get pulled into the English wars. For another place that is not my religion, or my aunt. It is a valid idea, though. Look, we'll tell her we'll press her claim. Her claim's not very strong, though. Need to finish watching Miss Marvel? I liked Miss Marvel, but again, I am pretty biased towards the character. Because I think Miss Marvel's great as a character. The show was good. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was my favorite show, but I enjoyed it. But then again, I say that about like a lot of the Marvel stuff. Like, it'd be harder to press to find something that I didn't enjoy in Marvel than something I, you know, sort of enjoyed. Okay, well my money has increased, so that's good news. We're at 9.0. If I can keep getting the money to increase, I'll be pretty happy with that. And we just want to keep converting religion because we need religions to slowly shift. I think actually we're going to have a problem with that now that I think about it, because I don't think your religion is the correct one. We do have a hook. There we go. That's what we're going to do. Convert him and... okay, I do have to use his hook. My faith is too strong to be swayed by your earthly words. I will rather attain my reward and barrage. Oh, I think you will believe exactly what I tell you to. And then he converts. He gets -10, and then he also gets +80. So, that's good. He may not like converting, but, you know, now everyone likes that I'm a cannibal. A merchant from a far-off land. Okay, so we can try to understand people, but instead we're just going to threaten the merchant, which honestly is kind of who I am as a person. Getting threatened merchant. Yeah, threaten the merchants. The people do not like this guy. They just do not, and I don't know why. Probably because he keeps threatening everyone. That's on them. Speaking of threatening everyone, these prisoners, are they time to be tortured? No, not yet. What about you? Can you be tortured? No. Fine. A notable guest has arrived. A trained healer. You might not be bad for a different reason. They don't want to be threatened. All they have to do is eat their spare child. Do people usually have a spare child? I guess I was talking about the heir and the spare, wasn't I? We are slowly getting through it. Now someone else has converted to Pomlith culture. That is what I like to hear. None but the Emperor may be the Protector. Now, do I not like you? No, I don't particularly hate you. Although that could change. Where is this place? There. No, you can hold on to it. You're fine. I would rather people like me a little bit more right now. Who doesn't want to see a 1-hour documentary on cats? It's honestly, Wes, that seems like something you'd be into. Telling me you're not into a 1-hour documentary on cats? Is this what you're telling me? I don't know if I believe you. Hey, sleepy face, how you doing? Welcome. The Czech house words. We are gaining a lot of intrigue points. Dread gain, I mean our dread is already maxed. So I don't think that's really a problem. But we'll just keep going and see what happens. Do we want to hold court? Not really. It never seems to help. King Dave's here. King Dave is here to just give me an oath. No money. So Screw you, King Dave. Let's see. Meow. I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of triggered from hearing the meow right now, given the fact how many meows there was yesterday. Meow. Which, by the way, thank you again, Wes. Okay. We absolutely want to try and get closer because we want to be a good friend. We can send my cousin and best friend over. Yeah, we'll send my cousin and best friend over. Not donning the mask. My scale mail is broken. That's okay. We gotta build some new stuff. Offer vassalage. How close are we? I really thought we'd be closer than that by now, but I guess not. Oh well. They convert religion to just a better religion, then, you know, they'll sort their shit out. Alternatively, here's a thought. We can always just go with a... I was kind of thinking someone was going to have a claim to both these places. What's going on here? Does anyone have a claim here? Nope, raid for captives. That's not called a claim, that's just called a raid. Someone does own this place. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. We'll take the easy wars just to slowly grow. We have declared war in the winter. That's usually the wrong time to do it, but we've done it anyway. Who's gonna stop us, eh? No one. They wouldn't dare. These guys can come down here and just fight those 200 men. Oh, they're gonna try and run. Okay, well that's fine. That's cute. That is 50% of... Oh, and we've converted another place. Excellent. Let's keep converting. Must continue conversions. A, B, C. Always be converting. And what, we just won a battle so hard that this war is almost over. That's what I like to see. This guest is here just eating all my food. You serve the best drinks, my lord, she says after downing another tankard of my finest refined hippocras. You're the most punishing, the most implacable, the best looking lord. And then she's wanting another loan. She's an annoying waste of money, but her exaggerated antics are quite entertaining. No, I think we can get rid of her. I don't think we have any need for a low-born guest of poor stats from a different culture and different religion. Honestly, she has no reason to be here. Get out of my sight. And off she goes. How's Slowness doing? He is 4 years old. He is rowdy. His stats are fairly decent. And here come the Vikings! Bloody hell, these freaking Vikings. I tell you, man. Every few years, the Vikings come back. Yep, no, we'll banish these Vikings as we always have. Okay, we've got a stretch. Good. Yeah. Good stretch, good stretch. And a hydrate. The plan is here, we're going to finish this war, and then we'll go... Where are the Vikings going anyway? That's probably a good question. Oh, they're going to North Baltic Empire. Friggin' why? That's a pain. I don't like when they go to the north. That's going to be expensive. This war may not have been worth it. I rephrase it, this war was definitely not worth our money. Oh well. Oh. 65 men attacking me? Okay. Oh! We captured people! That means torture. I mean, this war is ending pretty quickly. They are looking at surrendering pretty quick. I think at this point, it might just be a better idea just to assault the fort and get it done with. Like, oh no, we lost 200 men, boo-hoo, right? Oh no, people are dead, what a shame. Anyway. Eight months to return home, making it longer. Yeah, you know what? 8 months is how long we're going to have to wait. Because quite frankly, marching them across the bloody Baltic Empire is going to be so freaking expensive, it's actually not worth it. Wait, can I already press it? What happened if I pressed it now? It said it'd be 8 months. That was not 8 months. Oh, I see. The gathering is going to take a long time. Okay. I've never really done it like that. It's probably fine still. Technically cheaper. Probably. Oh, we've got another branch house, do we? What the hell? Why do we have a Viking symbol on that? What are you, some sort of Viking? Get lost with that Viking shit, thank you very much, sir. Okay, maybe we should have just waited. That might have been a better idea. What if we... Okay, we just wait 6 months, that's fine. So we'll wait until June and then we'll raise them up again. That's psychopaths, that is true. You know what, the cat spear, well, we loved it. Destroy it, it's fine. You know what, because we're losing a lot of artifacts, I think we're just going to... I was about to say get an Antiquian, but I guess we can't. Oh, we had people that could be Antiquians before. What happened to them all? Did I kill them? Probably. That sounds like something I would do. Torture a 9-year-old. That's... Can't torture a 9-year-old. Okay, well that's cool. That could have been a crime. Wes is now just directly typing what's in the cat documentary. Okay. I'm honestly surprised you're brave enough to do this, given the fact you know what a dreadful man I am. By that I mean I am full of dread rather than I am dreadful. Make that clear. I mean, I don't think cats understand society. I think that's fairly understood. The Empress is pregnant once more. Okie dokie. I am dealing with the war of northern aggression. Like, it's the 18th war of... Like, these happen all the time. This is fairly normal. Fair enough. To be fair, it's not a civil war. They are a different country. So, it's not quite the same as the War of North... Wait. War of Northern Aggression. Hang on a second. That's an interesting word for that war. Just think slow thought about it. I am aware. Okay. I do not want to be a drunkard. I wish I'm stronger than drink. I will, however, torture people for fun. You're not that much stronger than drink. Okay, I think we can raise the armies now. I think this won't take too long now. Yeah. The Vile Fool. Yeah. My guest is just being a right pain. And I just try and poison her. I don't think it succeeded, but I tried, and that's what matters. Okay, so this shouldn't be a difficult battle. Make sure we've got a good commander. We do indeed. Okay, and this should be a fairly easily won battle. They are trying to flee. I appreciate that. They will not get far. In fact, they're not getting away. So as usual, you've got the main force, which is just untrained levies, and then you've got like 1,000 men that are trained soldiers. But it doesn't matter. The 8,000 trained levies is not enough to really deal too much problems. And then you win, because that's honestly how this battle goes every single freaking time. Get out of here. Okay, so we're making 9.6 gold. Okay, we've got another son. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've got a male name here. Let's go with this. I'm sure it's a very important title. It's in Czech Slavic, so who knows what it actually means. Arc is complete. I said we'd be going through a lot of these names today. We've gone through 3 of them. Thankfully, we had like 6 of them added today, so it's fine. We're going to continue increasing county control because that's pretty good to have. Yes, thank you very much. Keep doing it. 19 years, my goodness. This place has absolutely got no control in it whatsoever. That's alright. We'll get that sorted. Absolutely. Show her in. As usual, I accept their gifts. If people want to keep, like, praising me, I will keep letting them. King Dave the Third. King Dave is a very popular name, isn't it? I mean, it makes sense, though, I think, because Dave was the first emperor of this dynasty. Like, if we go through the dynasty tree, there's another Dave. Yeah, Emperor Dave was the first emperor. If you go earlier than that, the founder was the Grand Duke Seifer the First. Guess we've had other Seifers. Other Grand Duke Seifers, potentially. Actually, have we? Let's check Pomerania real quick. Title history. Yes, I suppose he was the second Grand Duke of Pomerania. Makes sense. Oh, have we finished another one already? Damn, this guy's converting religion to like places religion so quickly. It's so good. I mean, it's 22 months. That's pretty sizably quickly. How are we going over here? East Francia looks pretty strong. Their king is 37 years of age. They do have a little bit of a civil war. It's a bit of a liberty war. It's not going to be a problem. Italy is drunk. Italy, what are you doing over there? You're drunk. Go home. Thriving in chaos. I don't know if that's going to happen often, but it's nice to have as an option. Murder holes and priest holes. Ooh. Secret escape passage. Or a concealed torture room where I can get away with more. We don't really need that. Yeah, we don't need secret ways to enter and leave the house. By the house, I mean the castle. Yeah, he's not really interested in joining me, quite frankly. Even if when the war thing goes away, I'm still going to be of different faith, and he doesn't like that. So, and different culture. I mean, I'm not changing my culture for him. They're proud Pomliths, and that's never changing. Well, time to imprison a couple people. Okay. First off, before we start torturing people, make sure they don't have any, like, powerful friends. They do not. Gain some more intrigue. Yeah, that's going to keep happening. Now you... 8 living members. But none of them have titles. Okay. So we are gaining intrigue as this continues, which is good. That's where we want to be. And someone is planning to kill the Count. Sorry. Look, I mean, at least I muted for the second one. I apologize, though. No, you know what? I'm not sure. 50 gold is 50 gold. Yeah, sure, look, someone will kill you at some point. We must stop the villain behind this. I really don't care about the villain behind that, honestly. Probably me. Actually. Could be me. We could just murder people we don't like. Actually, that's a thought. Who is your heir? And what does he do? Because if we... I would really like to get these places into the fold of the Baltic Empire, but they just don't really want to. You want to leave as well? Yeah, sure. Sorry about being beaten up. The Duke has written saucy poetry about me. Has he? There's not saucy poetry. It's just... Ugh. Just a poem about me. Why did you do this? You don't even like me. Why did you do this? Hang on. You don't even live anywhere near here. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't know why you did this. What is your problem, man? Why would you do this? Count Carol is starting independence faction against me. I guess that makes sense. I did torture him. I guess he's not happy about that. But someone's trying to kill you, so... Maybe I shouldn't have tortured them and then let him go. That might have been a mistake. The money was so good. I'd be a fool not to. Okay, the forest of my dreams. Through my efforts to become a truly feared and respected figure, a vast number of guilty and disloyal persons have ended up in my dungeon. My cells are stocked to the brim with rivals, traitors, and common criminals. Perhaps it is time for them to meet Chernobog and serve Baltic while they're at it. My macabre machinations, I envision a forest of impaled lowlives and traitors. Oh, God. A grim reminder of what happens when the Emperor is betrayed. I see Alp on a spike, surrounded by commoners, erected in a identical fashion. All that remains now is to make this dream a reality. Yes, I think it is. We could just... Who are these people? Just all my prisoners, just murder them all. I can't do this. No, I can. I absolutely can do this. Not only can I do this, I should do this. We'll just get the guy and a few commoners, not going crazy, just to send a message that I am a crazy boy. He's saving his money, but it turns out I don't have the religion. The culture for it. The forest of corpses. At last my vision is brought to life by the corpses of countless criminals. I stroll with leisure to the ambient sound of squawking birds and the gentle drip of stale blood onto the sodden ground. Fate. Upon concluding my tour, I take in one last breath of the deathly miasma before returning home, content with my work. Jeez. Oh, I have a nickname. The Impaler. At 24, that's not bad. And she's like, the Impaler, huh? Don't know why they call you that. You are no longer a ruler. Okay, well... Damn, that brow on that guy is just... It's angry. An angry lad. Okay, we're about to increase developmental growth. Okay, good. That's important. We want to keep getting development growth high. Can we just... How's East France here coming along? Too good, that's the problem. It's doing very well for itself, and we're all very proud of them. East Francia... Actually, it's a good time to ask that question, I suppose. There is an independence war happening currently. However, they do have alliance with... That's not really that big an alliance. And Gwent, which is... up there. They do have more men than me, though. So... I think we need a bit more than a tiny independence war. We need a full-on freaking... Yeah, good noticing. Actually... That war could go either way. Huh. I don't know if we were quite ready to try and do the whole thing. I think What if we just went like a holy war for a duchy? Just go for here. You know, don't go for anything too major. Just carve off a little bit. You know, carve off a little bit of that BBQ. The military strength is similar to ours. They do have no money, though. Oh, that does just make me want to go full-on holy war for Bavaria. That's such a bad... No, you know what? I don't think I can do that right now. I think let's just carve off a little bit of this BBQ. Huh. That's fun. It's a fun fact. Okay. So, let's give it a go. Oh yeah, it's a holy war, so you gotta get the epic music. Okay, so this could be an interesting one. We have enough for 2 years of money. Whoa. You're just gonna pay me 110 gold for what? Just leave you alone? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. The goal here is just to do what we can. We would prefer not to get into any big fights, but if it happens, it happens. You're not currently going anywhere, perhaps you should. So it's a holy war, which means people could join into this war if I don't, even if I don't want them to. That's unfortunately just life. Don't know if you're going to be okay with this, but no, will not accept. Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, the Catholics are not big onto this whole different religion thing. However, maybe we can do something with the Orthodox. No, they're also not big into this whole religion difference. These people have sort of shattered recently, so that might not help. No, okay, we're gonna start having religion problems no matter where we go. The only last possible option is, yeah. And you will agree to that? Excellent. So now we're going to ask you to come into war. I mean, if you didn't see this coming, then he doesn't want to. Well, I need her to come into this war, please. I require additional friends, please. Okay. I think our idea would be go for strength in battle right now. Extra martial is probably very good. We just don't have the money to buy things right now when we're doing a war of this scale. I feel like East Francia has gotten bigger. It's not great. Oh, one thing I want to make sure. I do not want to lead any armies. Can I change that? Or just make sure I'm not leading any of them. I'm not leading any of them, that's what matters. I don't need to die young. Okay, so we've got to keep an eye out for Franconian. Franconian defenders. Oh, see, this is what I was worried about. Immediately 7,000 men just collapse on us. And they are all dead. We killed 69 of them, which normally I would say nice, but not this time. Okay, yeah, we do have to actually join forces here, or we will all die. Uh, 7,000 men is not actually... I think we leave. Oh, we don't have the money to do this, though. Go big or go home, I say. Alright, yes, I would like to try and gain some intrigue experience. And you know what? Sometimes... No, we don't want to do that. Just want to talk. If the French capitulate, does that remove some power from those trying to civil war out of France and make it easy? It's not really a war that's going to be too bad with that, I think. I would, yeah, if East Francia loses, that does mean that they will lose some strength, yes. Owner is slightly in debt. Slightly. I guess I must accept. Okay, if I can win this fight though, it'll be pretty good. The numbers are not on my side, but actually, very quickly this... I think I just have better forces. I think they just had like... a lot of Order Knights, interesting. No, the people in the north are not really a problem. They've been dealt with already. They'll continue to be dealt with. They'll come down, they'll get their butts handed to them every time, and then they'll leave again. The Catholic uprising is complete. Great. Thank you for inviting me to that. Actually, now... Are you willing to come to my aid? You are. Excellent. My wife is bearing my child once more. Okie dokie. And yes. That's not good for East Francia's army. Because they just got their butts kicked. Admittedly, I lost more. Did I lose more men? I don't think I did. How big is your army? It's not huge, but it's what we've got. Yeah, not much really going on there. And the important thing is it looks like this war might... No, I can't. They've got to be two separate wars, unfortunately. I will go and ask in just a moment. It looks like they are losing this war, though, which is good. That's what we want to see. We want to see them losing that war. Alright, I will go and ask Wes's question. I'll be back in a moment. You absolutely count as a cat. Good job. Good cat. Anyway, when we get a car, that's really the answer. Got to get a car so that way if the cat needs to, you know, go on an adventure, we can drive it somewhere so it can go on its own adventure. Anyway, it's time for What the Shirt. So, do. What the Shirt. Right. Today's shirt is a lynx. It's that's all I got on this one. It's Link, but it's a lynx. It's a joke. It's a good one. It's kind of stupid, but I like it. Yay. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying before is no, this war can't be expanded even if I'm doing well, because the causus belli is this one particular region of East Francia. Oh. Oh shit, what? So I see a 12-year-old taking a nap, and then I can eat her. And then I will, because that's... who is even in your house that's relevant? Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you can, you should. You like shirt? Excellent. Shirt good. Okay, so basically the East Francia Rebellion and myself, we're doing well working together here. What we're going to do is we're going to station procedures and we're just going to go to the next one. And hopefully that will lead to a little bit of something that resembles a victory. I guess only time will tell. New perk. Okay, excellent. Dread gain per tyranny. Yeah, we don't really need dread gain, but fear tax is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. Torture will also be good. There's a bunch of things that are good. Oh wow, forever infamous, that's going to be good. And we don't even need to increase our dread. We'll just be forever dreadful. And we are continuing to convert places to my religion. We'll keep that up. Yeah, that's good. Looks like the army is coming back. Appear to be Knights Templar. Interesting. Looks like they're planning something. Sneaky East Francians. Let's see. We will absolutely... What are we trying to do? Yeah, just spread rumors about how dreadful I am. Let's do that. Converting religion. You must... Is Slowness dead yet? Not yet. Not yet. I don't think so. No, he's doing alright. He's made it to the age of 8. Honestly, that's impressive. Can't ask for much better than that, honestly. Can we go with someone who is slightly younger? That is actually probably a good alliance there. Yeah, okay. I don't actually know where you are, but that's alright, we'll find you. You're up in the north, okay. That's fine. Yeah, we've got to keep converting religion. If we don't, it gets rather messy fairly quickly. And the sooner we get that sorted, the happier I'll be. It looks like the French are invading. They'll do that from time to time if you let them. That's alright, we'll go and deal with them in a moment. We'll take these places, then we'll go fight them. Supplies are running out a little bit, which is probably bad. I think the plan is we take this one, then we'll go... Uh-oh. 6,000 men now. Another son. Goodness gracious. You know what? This seems about right. Cool down is exactly right. Okay. Where's the name you picked? You mean Slowness? Right here. He's literally the heir to the Empire. No, I didn't skip over the name. I started choosing when I felt like it. Veldipu clearly needs to be a higher ranked thing. Well, okay. You absolutely did. 2 weeks ago. SOS. No one else would have picked it. And Veldipu seems like a name that needs to be someone who's not the... It needs to be firstborn, not like a low tier. No, he's probably going to be like the next generation. That's the plan. Next generation is probably... Like, if someone's naming someone after someone in chat, like, we tend to go for a higher level of child. And this, because this was the name that you picked 2 weeks ago and it was sitting there, so I thought, well, we need to use that one. Anyway, not really getting into a fight about it anymore. It's kind of not worth my time anymore. Okay, so they're just racing off. That's fine. Off you go. Now, I have a funny feeling you guys might actually be the people fighting against... Oh, did that war end? No, it didn't. Are you guys fighting against them? No. That's a different war. What about this one? Is that the same one again? Did I just click on the same one twice? Or are they just the same people? I don't know. Well, the supplies are fairly bad right now, and yeah. Oh, and it's in the grasslands, which is where I have an advantage. That's probably good. But they did just add more men. It's going bad. I would love to see my reinforcements, please. Reinforcements, please. Any day now. Okay, does this turn the course of the battle? No, it looks like it's still going bad. Those are the worst fights, the ones where they're actually close. Like that bar is not actually... Yeah, that's falling now. That's the worst part about it, it was close. We killed 3,000 men and still lost. But I mean, on the plus side, I mean... You know, we survived with more men than they did. What are we doing here? Turn Factoria. You can go to bed now, Glacier. That's fair. Okay, so... Sure, we didn't win. But I mean, I think they lost more than we did. So, you know, enjoy your victory, I suppose. If you can call it that. We are going to have to run away for a while, which is kind of a damn shame, but... put a picture of a Link shirt in general. Cats. Excellent. My wife is pregnant again, my goodness. They stop. Run, rabbit, run. Wait, you think the cat's the one that I need? That is a better family, so yeah, sure. Ah, goodness. Please don't go too far. We really need you to not run to the ends of the earth, please. Oh. Wait. 20,000 men are invading, well, possible 20,000 men invading for one county? Yeah, sure, whatever. Go on. Friggin' do it. I don't care. The music's cool though. How do you have so many men? I mean, that music's awesome. Okay, that was cool. So we're going to split the forces up for a little bit. Just so they can get a chance of resupplying. And then we'll meet up back here. Check my... Looks like the rebels are fighting now. And looks like they're just kicking their ass, so I'm cool with that. Oh, so there's another holy war. Okay, well, you guys can holy war over there, that's fine. We'll deal with your shit later. I don't really want to deal with those 10,000 men. That's probably recipe for disaster. What we do want to do is take this place. Take that place, then we have everything we need, and then we just need to hold. Which might be the challenge, but... I have a funny feeling they are not my friends. Yep, we'll gladly take 80 gold in this time of war. Thank you very much. Homliths are superior moral fiber, that is true. The rebels are here. Didn't really want that. I don't really want to deal with the rebels. Even though they've got some sort of alliance. Man, get Pisan. They're my allies at the moment. They're one of the few allies I have in this world. Hey Seth, welcome. Well, welcome and lurk. We'll rebuild, it's fine. Daughter. You know what, at this point... We've got like the... What, fifth child, and... at this point we're just going to go name our family member. I've named it for an ancestor until we see something that we recognize. I don't see anything. A daughter that far in the line, I'm not really caring about her name. Because it's not really going to be used. Badly. I wish these guys weren't just over here being dicks, but you know, you can't really control such things in life. We do now control the war objectives, though. Of course, that's going to change in just a moment. In terms of my current war, my friend is paid from her own treasury. How does she have that much treasury? She doesn't have any money. She's unlanded. Don't complain, I suppose. Ah, they are his allies. I see. No, don't think you're getting away from this. I think you're getting away. Not getting away from this. Exactly. How dare you think you're getting away from this? You're not. Alright, we do miss a position. We are missing a spy master. He will do fine. And we need to go back here to take that back again. I feel like we always win the small fights, but not the big fights. Kind of a pain. Oh well. That's life, I suppose. He likes me a lot more. That's good. I need you to like me. I always like these wars where everyone's sort of just seeing their part, where they can just steal something. Everyone's just putting the boot in. Someone might join a holy war. They probably won't. I don't see it. And if they do, it's like 100, like it's 700 men. It's not a huge difference. I do not concern myself over 700 men. Yeah, we took our territory back. That's good. Now we just need to get this back. And then we have the target of our war, don't we? Yes. What should be done shortly? Someone has joined in the Holy War. Really? I thought I just said I didn't care. Well, that's fine. I'm on in, I guess. It looks like they're coming back with their army. That's okay. If we can split up just for a little bit, just to get some supplies. Right now, people are starving, and that's generally a bad idea. Generally, you don't want that. Meanwhile, it appears that the oh, how much money will this give me? We're getting -10 at the moment. Not ideal, I know, but fear tax. That takes us to -7. That's like 3 extra gold a month. That's decent, actually. Okay, so I want this to go back to well supplied, which it'll do shortly. Okay, we can probably start marching back now then. As this territory gets held, we will improve our war score. Which is the ideal situation. A lot of messages that I just do not care about right now. If anyone tries to take any of this land, though, I swear to God, I will just destroy them. Okay, and they are going to get their butts handed to them. Dangerous faction. Okay, that's actually something we need to pay attention to. Oh, just some people. My capital is unhappy with me. That's strange. What, they don't like the Forest of Corpses? Rude. We can probably actually give them what they want. How can you not like a Forest of Corpses? What is wrong with you people? Hmm. Incoming another child, I suppose. Ooh. Okay. My fame is well known. Jeez, I've got 4,800 prestige. What can I do with prestige? Can I do anything with prestige? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, indeed. Let's split up a little bit so we can actually get my supplies back. And then I suppose we just got to keep sieging just for a little bit. Supplies come back first. Oh, really? They came back so quickly? Alright, well, look, how about we just send one group? One group should be enough. And could just fertilize your crops? Absolutely. They're not. They think they're saying things like I'm a bad person. Oh yeah, that's right. Sweden's been doing their thing up there. I don't really care what Sweden's up to, quite frankly. Like, Sweden's just going to do what they're going to do. Like, I can't control them. In fact, actually, it'd be better off just to surrender. Give them the one county. Sure, ooh, you're going to gain one county. Yeah, what people have in them. Humans meant to be eaten by other humans, not thrown to some crops. That's true. Yeah, gotta eat the people. Okay, I would love this 400 men to turn up to the battle very quickly, because I may have undersold this battle. I may have made a mistake here. Yes, I should have really gone with more men. Wait, I've got another battle going on? What's going on here? I forgot about that. The holy war going on that... Can I... Actually, here's a thought. This guy. Can I bring you into that holy war? Yeah. Excellent. So we would like this army to come on down here. Yep, Dave, always a good name. May he soon return. So we're going to sit here and probably resupply. We are gaining quite a lot of war score from objective being held. I would like it if he came into this land, but that would be foolish of him. Oh, is he coming in? Coming to us? Send in the priests. Huh. That's an interesting one. All these kids, the danger of them fighting each other for the crown and eating each other. I don't think that's dangerous. I think that's just natural. That's just humans. It's the human condition, really. They've been attacking the wrong place, which I am perfectly happy with. Okay. Go the cheaper option. Always go the cheaper option. Okay, they're trying to run for it. Cowards. Okay, you know what? I think... No, we'll keep going that way. Eventually they'll stop, and that's when you beat them up. Yeah, absolutely. Come into my royal court. Give me my grandeur. Give me my renown, please, sir. Oh, he's made a run for it. He's gone that way. Cowardice is unbelievable. Can't believe how much he's run. Experimentation. Interesting. We're just using like terrifying potions. And we should. Risky experimental potions, absolutely. Someone's planning to kill my guest. I don't really care, honestly. Someone kills my guest, someone kills my guest. Like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm not married. Wait, I'm not married? What happened to my, my wife? Did I kill her? By mistake? Oh, was poisoned by you on December 25th. I guess that poison was a bit strong. My bad. Alright. Well, this guy is very Joffrey-esque, so that seems like something he would do. I mean, I admit I clicked the button, so that's on me. We've got enough children right now, I think. I don't think we need to marry right now unless it's for, just more stuff. He's made a mistake. He's made a fatal mistake. He turned around. They always make this mistake eventually. He didn't realize I never stopped chasing. I will never cease chasing. And we definitely win this time. That's one way. Yeah, exactly. There's not really another way to do it, unfortunately. Henry VIII says copycat. Oh yeah, meow. Henry VIII, the original cat. 81%. Gosh, we're still not done with this flippin' war. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, court spies might be better. I thought you knew it was only an hour long. while we've been doing this war, I think I've been forgetting to convert places to my religion, which we must continue doing. Ah, wait, without a spouse, I do have lower stats. I forgot about that. Okay, well, you know what? Guess it's time for a new spouse. One who has good skills and is a genius. Maybe 45, but that's probably she's chaste as well. Hey, look, you know what? I just want it for her skills. Give me your skills. I pray that together we can find redemption and atonement. What have you done? I don't need atonement. I've done nothing wrong. And I'm going to stick to that line as well. My son Emperor has died. Aw, how did he die? He died from his wounds. What? Alright. When an emperor does it, it's not wrong. That's true. Okay. Died in a dungeon. Okay. Sweden. Technically not Sweden. Okay, well, let's just plan a little something something. You know, you kill my son, I kill you. The alliance with Bohemia has ended. That is a shame. Available Dynasty Legacy. Excellent. We don't really need True Believers anymore. That could be good. Blood could be useful. Dread Gain. I mean, that's probably not super great. Desirable Match. Desirable Match is probably not as useful as it would be if we had a religion from, like, other groups. I think Noble Veins might actually be the best idea. Just to try and get some, like, good genes. Because you gotta get some good genes. Alright, we're at 89%. All I would like for this war to end without it doing some dumb shit right now. So we're not really getting that much. We're only getting this land here, but I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces? It's something, right? It weakens East France here a little bit and gets us slightly closer to Italy. Okay. And we want to be forever infamous. So that way we will never lose our dread. My culture has discovered causes belly. Wonder if that helps. I don't know why. I don't actually understand what the causes belly fascination does. I might have a look at that now. Innovation, rather. Causes belly can use individual de jure. Okay, not super useful. Battlements coming up though. I believe this will be the war over once these two finish. Yep. Okay. So we hold a little bit more land. We have carved a little bit out of East Francia. And honestly, if I take a guess, I would say that this rebellion's probably going to win as well. Which would be ideal, because then we could cut further into them. That's the hope, anyway. A gallant champion. Where is that? Yeah, right. And okay, look, I don't really care that you're plotting against someone who is irrelevant to me. I really don't care. Okay, so we're looking for a courtier of my religion, preferably my culture. Who is a guest? That's you. Congratulations. You've been picked to randomly hold some land. Well, not only have you been picked to randomly hold some land, you've been picked to randomly hold some land. 2 land. Bohemia, if they're feeling the pressure. I mean, these guys haven't been feeling the pressure. Although, actually, I think we did just absorb one of their lands through, like, marriage at some point. Yeah, maybe they are feeling some pressure from it. I hope so. 13 months to return home. That seems reasonable. 12 months. Okay, so we're waiting till October 2022. 1022. I said that in my head and I was like, that didn't sound right. That sounded wrong, in fact. Yeah, we really need to start making some stuff. Do we have anyone in my court that's wanting to make stuff? You are. You are 58 years old. You'll probably survive. How's your health? It's fine. You're orthodox. That's not really... I can't really blame you for that. I don't know if it's good, but honestly, it's going to be... Whatever you make is going to be better than nothing. Flexible chainmail, please. Yes. Your skill is merely decent. Look, honestly, merely decent is better than anything else I've got. So now we just hope for that rebellion to come to a violent conclusion with East Francia losing. And then these will be independent and we'll just go shloop and we'll slide into there as well. Okay, so it appears that we've got some stress right now. If only I knew how to deal with that. Oh hey. There's someone from House Lowborn. No, they're 13, you can't do that. That's not good. Torture! Yes, reduce the stress. Yeah, your house is not known, it's fine. Good. This is the thing that's good about being sadistic. You just get like... You can remove stress so quickly. Go with a good omen. Yeah, you get a good omen, buddy. You're good about things. Unfortunately, the omen was paid for. We move ever closer to Italy so we can eat the Pope. Which, if you didn't know, that's the whole goal of this Crusader Kings run. Moving slightly closer. Closer and closer. Intimidated by me? Why would you be intimidated by me? I'm lovely. We actually don't care about you anymore because you are not ever going to be on my side. Okay. Not willing to accept my vassalage. But these guys don't have like as many offers, I guess. Now I did see before, I can modify contracts. Oh, because I've got hooks, I see. Just increase few levies I think would be pretty good. You don't like it? I don't really care. And you're exempt from taxes. Well, I guess you can stay exempt. No, we'll put you up to low. You do need to pay taxes eventually. I'm not really that big a Star Wars fan though, Wes, I'm sorry. Like I like Star Wars, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Alright, so it appears my allies getting this shit sorted out, which is what we wanted. Okay, well, and why? Okay. Okay, so we've got another faction. How the faction's going? Oh, the Vikings are back. Bloody hell. It's not really a problem, it's just kind of annoying. They just keep coming back. They just don't want to leave me alone. They just see this Baltic Empire and they're like, nom, 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 nom. Vikings! Go back to your frozen hellscape. What about adding your family's motto to your commission? Absolutely, we should do that. Which I believe is just meow meow meow. It is! Alright, let's move this rally point. My prisoner has escaped. Rude. You know what, actually speaking of prisoners, we can probably make some money by... Actually, first off, do we have any more carlings? We do not. Okay, let's just get some money by ransoming prisoners. $25, $15... Is that it? 25, 15? Okay. Okay, so I think the plan here is that we're going to raise the military, kick their butts, and then go south. And finish off, like, win that holy war. Are we making any money from, like, the Head of Faith thing? No, we're not. Every few years these Vikings come back and they just don't want to leave me alone. You're hungry Vikings. I may respect that, you know. Who doesn't see the Baltic Empire and think this would be a great place to live? And it is truly the greatest place to live. It may not be the highest technology in the world, but it is certainly the greatest place to live. Okay, we've made some cat mail. It's not the best, but it's far from the worst. You stage a riot while a chieftain is passing through the streets. 30% chance the chieftain is killed. Absolutely, let's give it a go. Hooray! They tore both him and several of his champions from the mount, beating to death. Eh. Oh, the violence. But some of them said what happened. So I've gained the trait Murderer. But honestly, to be perfectly honest, you know, he started it. And he did, I'd like to point out. He did kill my son. My son Emperor. Okay. So that'll be the Vikings gone. Again. Count Dave was wounded. Not Dave. Oh, hello. Just a second. Snacks. Today I've been graced with chocolate almonds. Which is pretty exciting. Okay. That's the Vikings handled again. Now we'll come back down here. Split the army in half a couple of times, I think, actually. Oh, no, you know, no. I don't really want to spend the money and put them on boats. Costs so much. Can we not go that way? I don't know if that would help. He certainly deserves them. Okay, we'll let the forces split up just a little bit. Okay. Now that they've had a chance to split up a bit, now they can both collect supplies as they go. Oh. We didn't win this war. It's annoying that they just... the money just goes away. Like, I want that 500 gold. I don't know where the gold goes to. I guess to pay for the families. Be like, hey, sorry we lost 9,000 men. Oops. The Independence War actually still might be lost by East Francia. Which would be a damn shame, but... eh. I mean, one by East France, yeah. What's going on here? Please tell me that other person's claim is not... Okay, they're not a Carling. Good. You don't need more bloody Carlings. So we're going to go fight against those holy warriors, I suppose. We've got a royal court. What's going on? Unhandled situation. Scornful sycophants. I paused for a moment on the threshold of the corridor, admiring the sunlight, when I overheard derisive laughter coming from around the corner. I know, I hear my inept guest chortling. Walking around, I swear it sometimes feels like I'm in the Emperor's grandfather's court. The trends are so tired and trad. Another tittering voice cuts in. My goodness, I thought I was the only one who noticed. Not to mention the food of this place is really terrible, and such small portions. Well, that's never good for people. So, I have a special meal planned for tomorrow. Oh, okay, I thought we were being sadistic there. We improve food. Oh, we improve fashion, we improve food, we tell them to F off, we tell them to leave. How can I eat them? I want to eat them. Your guest. Your guest. No, both of them get out of here. I talk shit about my court. I mean, enough caffeine can kill anyone, to be fair. Alright. And with this, it should lead to... They're going to be defending the mountains. That's kind of a pain. The defense is slightly in debt. Really? They're in debt? They don't seem to be in debt. Oh, wait. It's not you. I don't know. You don't seem to be in debt either. I feel like I've been lied to. I don't particularly like the mountain combat, but that's what we've got. They do have like a much higher defensive bonus there. One of these days someone's going to kill me coming into my court like that. Or taking over more regions, absolutely. Couple, actually. We took over these counties over here. Not a huge increase, but we are slowly moving to eat the Pope. The goal will be met one day. He does not like me, as he shouldn't. He can see me coming for him. He knows it's coming. You can see the writing on the wall, and the writing is Hope steak $3. It's cheap steak. The stakes are high. You just want a truce for 10 years that I'll leave you alone and you're going to give me a bunch of money for it? You know what? I was never looking at coming that way, so I'll gladly take the 130.
Thanks for your support.
Oh, Seth. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
SeiferKatt just resubscribed for 2 months. Keep up the amazing work, mate.
Thank you, thank you. And also, may I say, meow meow for 2 months. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hey, guys, if you do not watch Seth, let's just give this bad boy a shout out while I'm thinking about it. If you do not watch Seth, you absolutely should. He plays things like Satisfactory, he plays a little bit of RimWorld, he's played Crusader Kings in the past, and he is just a delight to watch. He plays usually at a different time, like he plays in my mornings, so if you're looking for someone in a different time zone, he's a good choice. Sometimes he does play around this time as well, but sometimes he plays at a different time zone, so... but, I mean, look, hey, I want you guys to have a fight in your head about who to watch, Seth or myself. Ultimately, I want to win, of course, but I get, well, yeah, 50-50. But I still want you to have that discussion with yourself. Of course. Sunday morning, wait, for who? For me, it's Sunday night, Sunday evening. But for Seth, I don't know. You know, they say it's Friday somewhere in the world. I like saying that. You know, the joke's supposed to be at 5 o'clock somewhere, but I say it's Friday somewhere, and people are like, that's not how the world works. I'm like, it's gotta be. Time zones. I'm like, what? No. Time zones don't work like that. And I'm like, pretty sure they do. Yeah, I don't need that straight. Actually, I can have a friend. Never hurts to have friends. Okay, the war is over. Excellent. The Holy War has failed, which is also pretty good, because I think that means they lose some devotion or fervor? I guess not. I thought they would. Oh well. Enforce demands. Get out of my land. We don't have more wars, do we? Oh, we're being raided right now. Okay, well, we might as well go deal with the raiders. Alright, you take care. Thanks for coming by, and thank you for the sub. Oh no, I've shown Panda the Pandas. Don't worry, I showed her those. We were enjoying those before. Before the stream, I was showing her them. And we're like, what the heck is going on there? They're crazy. The Cat Dynasty is known far and wide. Excellent. We are now well known. The dynasty is fairly large. Where are you from? Are you raiding from there? Oh. Ah, screw it. You get out. Fine. As soon as they go there, they can disband anyway. Slowness comes of age. Okay. He's okay. He's a flamboyant trickster. Not the best, not the worst. So. That's right, you're being married to her, which is pretty good actually. It's a decent alliance. Impatient Ditio is a game you can understand. Cool. Found Holy Order. What did I need to do that? Oh. Yeah, I want a holy order. Always have a holy order. Jeremy? I know a couple? Uh... Okay, so we're going with a first name. I do know from work. I thought you went under a different name. You changed your name, buddy? You were under a different name before, I thought. But anyway, hello. How you doing? Ah, you got two names. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, so we're going to found a holy order. And the idea is we're going to start having a holy order, which is going to be good for all the warriors of Perun. Excellent. So, we're going to have a holy order. And that way, when we're doing our holy wars for the Papal See, we're going to have extra soldiers, and then we can eat the Pope easier than ever before. Yeah, that's the goal. I don't think I told Panda about the goal to eat the Pope. That's the whole campaign goal. We, we need some good effing food. And then after that we'll play something else, I guess. But anywho. Alright, so this is good. This is good. Holy Order is actually really impressive. I know, I don't think she listens usually. That's alright. She doesn't need to. She can do what she wants to do. She's reading a book right now, she's told me. That's pretty much what she usually wants to do. Okay, so we've got a holy order. That's pretty cool. After eating the Pope some plate up with the steak theme, maybe. I'm not sure. The general idea is the Sunday thing. I want it to be like a longish game, but nothing too long. And you know what, Odaba? I'm going to ask that question for free. What book are you reading? What book are you... Razorblade Tears. What she's reading. Plate Up was fun? Yeah, I enjoyed that. I need to get another stream of that going. Probably just like a full stream, actually, maybe. It's a little bit more difficult getting a stream with other people, of course, because, you know, they are doing me a favor by showing up on the stream. I know they're playing the game, but, you know, it's one thing to say to myself, oh, I'll play this game for like 3 hours, but it's saying something to other people, hey, I want you to hang out for this time. It's a big ask, you know. Yeah, I enjoyed Played Up. It was fun. You want to be ransomed? Absolutely. 10 gold, go for it. Okay. We're converting more people to the correct religion. Hang on, can we not have someone better than that? We don't. Oh, it's a shame. Moving into Catholic space now. That's a little bit scarier. Because they do have the right to crusade now. And honestly, if the Pope saw me coming and he knew what I had in mind... look at him. He looks so delicious. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know where to start, honestly. Okay. East Francia looks to be... Yeah, the Independence War is still going in their favor. That's a shame. Italy is still remaining to be drunk and just slowly absorbing West Francia in the middle. We got some real border gore happening on West Francia. Like, this is more or less okay. I've got Sweden Island. That's unusual, but sure, why not? Yeah, I think the damage I did, while I knocked out a lot of East Francia's armies, I think the land I took was from the independence section, so... Probably not the best there. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of little tiny wars going on. War of Tyranny. Damn. You're not that tyrannical, surely. Anyway, let's go torture people. Yeah, why not this guy? There's no reason to do it aside from the fact it reduces stress. There's probably other ways to reduce stress, but damned if I can't think of them. I can negotiate alliances. Count Dave of Krakow and Countess 17. I think 18 got wounded in a war recently. Prince Emperor of the Baltic Empire. He is dead, that's right. Prince... Wait. Did I name you? Oh, I did! I remember what your name was. That was a name from Veldak. Willem. Prince Cooldown. Yep. You know what? Let's take this boy under my wing. Let's educate that child. And you need to be educated. Man, everyone is just learning about just... Yeah. But the Guardian, I want someone to be my wife. Thanks, Panda. Okay, Panda's decided to be a guardian. I don't think she realizes that means she's teaching a child and not of the galaxy. Yeah, she's sad now. You have to teach a child everything you know now, Panda. Oh, she's Jon Snow. So she's Jon Snow of the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a interesting crossover. And honestly, I think Jon Snow would actually do worse than the Guardians. Which is saying something, because the Guardians are pretty bad anyway. I've started playing the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out last year. I think it was last year. I'm enjoying it more than anything else. I'm just enjoying the dialogue. The game itself is sort of meh, it's fine. It was Jon Snow. He was the guy that understood how cholera worked. But also, we're actually referring to Game of Thrones. But yeah, I've been playing the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It's okay. The combat's fine, but the dialogue is the best part of it. Just like I just like the Guardians just being absolute goofballs and just stuffing up everything. We gained the trait Torturer. Never saw Game of Thrones. You know what, Odaba? Game of Thrones is a weird one. Like, it was so popular for its time. And then that last series came out, and everyone went, you know what? F this series. Just F it. Yeah, we don't talk about Game of Thrones, it's true. Yeah. What was that? Oh, you've heard House of Dragons is good? Okay. I don't trust it. I mean, I was fine with the last season of Game of Thrones, but it wasn't good. And you can do a thing with like a show that if the last season is bad, it's just sort of like, why would you, it just hurts it. Yeah, it was that. It was like, wow, everyone wanted to talk about Game of Thrones constantly. And then it just sort of shat the bed, for lack of a better phrase. Was there a better phrase? Absolutely. But the last season was so bad, and again, I didn't mind it as much. There were problems with it that I was like, yeah, but I overlook these things. Like, if I like the thing, I'll overlook it. But Game of Thrones was like, people were going, oh, time to watch a new season of Game of Thrones is out next month. I'm going to watch all of it again. And people were doing that, like, every year. And then the last season came out, and people went, or I could not. I could never watch it again. That's also an option. And people it just fell out of, like, the you know, the zeitgeist so much, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah, exactly. They were kind of speedrunning last season of the Dirt, and I mean, I think the show was best, surprise, surprise, when they were working off the the original, like the stuff that George R. R. Martin wrote. That's when the show was good. Like the first season was just pretty much bang on, and it was good. And the second season was pretty close too, and the third season was it was pretty close. And just every season just got less and less accurate. And Ireland, what are you doing? Why are you in Sweden, Ireland? I know Sweden was an island, but they've turned around. I mean, not only did it just go away, just like the entire people don't talk about it. Whereas people still talk about Lost for what it's worth. People still talk about shows that ended, but Game of Thrones just turned into this like we do not talk about it. No. It just turned into one of those things. Hmm? The internet's to blame for that? Probably. Yep. Yeah, everyone did hate the last season. Sorry, I'm just repeating what you said. Everyone did hate the last season of Battlestar Galactica, Scrubs, and Lost. That is true, but you're saying the internet is to blame because it's more prevalent. Yep. Okay. I'm going to repeat that. So the internet has magnified the hatred of it, so even if someone liked it, they're ashamed to admit it. And that's actually a very valid point. Well done, Panda. Thank you. Odaba says, people still talk about Friends. Panda, do you ever talk about Friends? She constantly talks about Friends. Mike for Panda. Yeah, we really should get that sorted. Actually, hang on. Yeah, we'll get something like that sorted. Maybe we'll do like a just chatting stream with her or something at some point, just like for like an hour. Breaking Bad is about the same time. The last season was highly regarded, and people do not shut up about Breaking Bad. I do not shut up about Breaking Bad, and I watched it late. He's changed his court language. High German. I thought it already was, but okay. Yeah, we're gonna hold court. It's been a while. We've got money. We can hold court. Yeah, petitioners. Do we have 3? It's always 3. Gesture of the first line to approach. As soon as it is turn to speak, the agitated man in front of me screams, "The end is nigh!" Okay, I just gotta point this out. He's just sitting there and he's like, I don't know why he's looking at his watch, but he's just like, you may speak before the king, the emperor. Thank you. The end is nigh! Like he just waits. The signs everywhere in the county of this place know it too well. Do they? Do they know it well? Oh, wait. Okay. It's in a place I don't care about. Okay. Oh god, we can just burn it. Let's not burn it down. There's only one way to save it, and that is to burn all the infidels. I do like burning infidels. What's the problem with this place? Is it... What religion is this place? It is the correct faith. Okay. We're going to ask him to be our court chaplain. He seems to understand what's going on. Or we could just burn this raving heretic. You know what? We hadn't burned a heretic for a while. There we go. One less heretic in the world. A frightful peasant... What? A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps in between us. Ooh! He backs off with a wink, laughing between scant teeth. Your lordness, I've come here from Havelberg with a matter of great importance. Great importance. His eyebrows undulate. Oh my. What is this man's deal? He doesn't even have a name. You see, Emperor, back in my grandpappy's day, the potter put up a fence between the tanner's wife's father's field, and now it's falling to bits. And of course, the grandson Nehing Te De Wei wants nothing to do with it. Oh my goodness, that is Nehing Te De with it. Bring it back. We demand the forest corpses. We do. Why do I care? Developmental growth. Okay, this guy highfalutin. No, we're gonna just go and get that fixed. Like, I really just go get it fixed, please. Mayor Rizard, who is clearly working himself up about something. Oh. Okay, so you just come in here, and you're going to argue about whose town is better. And you're going to settle this with a rival, with a duel. That's the plan. Good. Duel complete. Don't even care who wins. Just walks out. You two, fight! And just leaves. It's like, do we still fight? Yeah, absolutely. What, you think you're just going to not fight? I don't think so. You know, I think there's really no good place for the face cam. This game. You can never really win. The face cam was good shit. Not face cam, Forest of Corpses. Face cam's not good shit. That you see me, and that's the problem. Got a little bit excited about myself there, didn't I? Face cam's good shit. Oh yes. What are you fighting? A tyranny war? I don't really care about a tyranny war, to be honest. These guys will never accept this. I should really just fight them just to bring them into the fold. I do like Ireland being all the way over here. Oh! A feast! Gotta attend a feast. So we've got a Norse Island. It's exciting. Ireland is mostly okay. It's just the fact that Ireland is also through most of Scandinavia, just scattered about, just sprinkled about. Sometimes you gotta sprinkle a little Ireland. I think we all know what I'm talking about. My wife does not believe? Me? To blackmail you. She doesn't like me blackmailed. Surprise, surprise. That's okay. Yeah, now that she's been blackmailed, we can demand conversion. Using a hook, so she must convert. Keep the zealous trait. Hell yes. You gotta keep the zealous trait. Where's the headquarters? Le Bourg. Le Bourg. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Like, there's no way in hell I'm pronouncing that right, honestly. Le Bourg. Is it like Rahadi? Yeah. Rihad. So that East Francia war just keeps going. Yeah, it's a actually I think that war ended. I think it's a different war. They do have two wars going on, and they've got one truce. I think. Oh no, no truces. Yeah. I mean, at this rate, we might be able to go to war with them again. We do currently have a truce with them. What does our flag look like? Oh, wait. We have a truce with them, not they have a truce with us. 5 months. Ooh, we could go to war again in 5 months' time. Go for another sneaky bit of East Francia. Get a little sneaky bit. Another sneaky bit. Gotta get a sneaky bit. Okay, actually something I do want to consider. Court artifacts. Nope. Court grandeur. I would like to... Oh, I'm ranked 11th in the world, damn. My court's pretty good. I was wondering if I could, like, increase, no. I was wondering if we could increase, like, my court's grandeur and gain something from it, but not really. No. That's fine, you guys keep doing... Why am I trying to sway you? What's my point? Oh, I'm trying to convince you to join me. That's fair. Yeah, I'll go to another feast. I mean, I thought I went to a feast already, but I guess I didn't show up. I said, yeah, I'll be there. Jesus, a little bit life emulates video games, or game emulates real life. Huh? I didn't show up for someone else's party, but I said I would be. I'm a dick. Got a hungry boy. I'm just gonna be a courteous guest. I know we're all hungry, but we'll get our food eventually. Also, my spouse's average stewardship gave me 125 gold. Damn, what? She just saved all the money, was like, here you go, here's 125 gold. Pretty helpful. Now, at some point, we could make a move on Great Moravia. Could do. She is shy. She is just trying to avoid people. I like how distract the converging guests to talk to her. It increases stress because I'm sadistic. No, I'm like, no. I'm an asshole. Tell me a story. What a dick. What an absolute dick. Alright, we go home. I'm actually pretty good with my council at the moment. Like, everyone does like me. I wonder if it's worth considering... Can we change this law yet? No, we can't. Okay. That's a bit of a shame, but that's fine. Prison criminals. Just gonna prison a bunch of criminals. None of them are actually too bad. Oh, inspired person could... What are you making? Regalia. Ooh. How do you feel about regalias? He's considered a master by his peers. Okay, well look, first off, recruit you. Secondly, absolutely, forge me a regalia. Also, can we make you my antiquarian? We can, he's terrible at it. Okay, we got too excited. Slow it down. What we could do though is I would like a bodyguard, I think. They're mostly average. Slowness, the heir as my bodyguard, that is not a good bodyguard. That's an issue. Okay. We will appoint him. We have a court artificer. Do we go for another fight? Go for another war against For a moment there, I thought they'd changed their name. I was like, oh shit, did they become an emperor? No. Okay, we can holy war for a duchy, and we just keep pushing south. Oh, look at that one. That one pushes so far south. It's greedy. Very greedy. But greed is what I do best. I mean, what, we gather all this piety for no reason? Absolutely not. Ah, oh, music is so freaking epic. It doesn't even understand. Okay, I think we actually need to move that rally point a little bit more. I think that's a bad place for it. Let's move it to there. Can I get the rest of my army, please? Please? There we go. Okay, so the plan here is we're gonna sneaky, snickety snack. We're on the attack. And we're just gonna march our way in here and see what we can make happen, eh? Now, it's possible at some point the French may have a problem with this, and if they do, we'll deal with it. But this is good shit. Because we are getting so close to the papacy. Add the family's motto? Absolutely. Always. Meow, meow, meow. Actually, speaking of which, does this armor say meow, meow? The motto of the cat family, meow, 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 is elegantly inscribed on one side. Make sure I'm not leading in my armies. Good point. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Look at that bad boy right there. Get out of here. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I do not want slowness. Alright. Not 3 AM yet? I don't know. Can't be trusted. Okay. Are we like rivals with you or something? Or why are we just firing Okay. Yep. Launch a dead body towards someone in my court. Why? Oh, smallpox. Yay. Have I ever seen a cat holding a hamburger? A hamburger, as you've actually written. I can't say that I have seen a cat holding a hamburger. Okay. The forge sucks. We will make a new forge. That's fine. 50 gold, no big deal. We've gained the trait Holy Warrior. Hell yes. These lands have very high siege ability. Walls, if you will. Portavine, what's going on here? Courtier scorned. My daughter-in-law is livid. Come off it. Get out of here. I'm not giving someone a title just because you want me to. So I became a rival with someone because I fired a corpse into their lands. That gave them smallpox, and then they died. I became a rival with them, then they died, and I was like, that's nice. They weren't even my rival until I fired a corpse into their castle. What is wrong with me? I'm not a good person. Like, they did nothing wrong. And I'm like, yeah, this is probably the correct way to deal with this problem. Isn't that the definition of a cat? I suppose it is. I suppose it is. Oh, we've still got some men here that aren't actually sieging anywhere, so they should probably go do that. Wife encourages chivalry. Just like Panda. Panda also encourages chivalry. Yeah, right. My aunt was behind the plot to kill 16. So my two aunts are killing each other. Okay, that is true. Oh geez, I haven't heard of that one for a while. More what I meant is specifically in this game, but yeah. I was talking specifics, but yeah, that's true. That is something that Dave says. Those guys are just doing their Civil War shit over there. And I just want to make sure they stay over there doing their Civil War shit. Because they came into my territory, and how dare they? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We just want to keep this regalia as high in skills and stuff as we can. Get it? We want a good regalia. I see the peasants have created another pointless plan for a revolution. They'll do that. That's how peasants are. You have a claim on the Kingdom of Bohemia. Interesting. We really need it right now, but it is interesting. Hang on, did the Kingdom of Bohemia change? Yes. Fairly recently, in the last 3 years. Okay, so I think the plan here is we're going to finish this war off, and then we'll call it for the night. Maybe we won't finish it off, I don't know. A little bit running out of time. Bohemia is Catholic. I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's sort of 50-50. Part Catholic, part old Slovakian. Slavaskan? I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Inspiration realized. Ooh. Ooh, that's not a bad one. That's pretty good, actually. The motto of the cat family, meow meow meow, is elegantly inscribed on one side. This is lovely. It is actually pretty good. It's a famed regalia. Nice. Now all we need is a crown. Actually, you know what we need to do? Is not have so many men in one place. That's going to cause problems. Because we're going to start, like, consuming our supplies too quickly. I also want those 2,000 men to leave. So attacking them with 9,000 men will probably do it. Just get out of here. I don't want anything for that. Just, I want you to leave. Excuse me, sir. Can you please leave? You're throwing off my groove. And you don't throw off the Emperor's groove. I think we all know that. Czechoslovakia is whatever our current occupier says we are. Ooh, that's dark. I don't know what those guys are doing over there. They're just sort of wandering around in my territory. It's a bit rude, but whatevs. Actually, you know what is a bit rude? Not whatevs. Come over here. I want to punch you in the face. Come back here with your 179 men. Oh, actually, never mind. There's the real fight. I've stumbled across 2,000 French soldiers. That's a fight that I can look forward to. Accustomed to foraging. Yeah, that's fine. Chase down the French. Not a particularly great army, unfortunately. Oh, shit. While I was paying attention elsewhere, we apparently lost a fight against what? 7,000 men? Yikes. Okay, we got too ambitious there. Calm down those ambitions, I think. Because we need this territory. What I think I want, actually, is France to either win or lose this fight. I don't really care. I just want it to end. Which is probably kind of there. Like, I think the reason why East Francia hasn't lost this war is because there's too many factions all fighting against each other now. Okay, well, that's slightly frustrating, but that's alright. So we'll split this in half, just so that way. And the idea is we're just going to wait for them to... Wait, did I just lose another battle? Where'd this happen? Oh, hell. The French, they tricked me again. We'll wait 6 months for that to fall. I can even speed it up. Oh wait, did we finish converting? We did. Excellent. Is there a better guy than you right now? Not really. If we can get this place sorted, then that would be ideal. Oh, there we go, that'll help. Large breach, that makes these happen faster. Yep, show you in, give me my gold. How is my stress at the moment, actually? My stress is fine. Throw them in jail. You know the rules. Oh, a bigger scandal. Scandal to scandal. Okay, so we're really trying to get this done faster, but it's just not happening. Yeah, absolutely. The Holy Warriors can absolutely... Well, actually, hang on. I could have hired the Holy Warriors here, couldn't I? Costs nothing. Oh, because they're my warriors. Next time. Starvation. That's good, I believe. Okay. I mean, not for me, obviously. It's good. Well, it's good for me, not for them. Okay, so we gather our men together. We need a new marshal. Just keep increasing control. Control is just so bad. Okay, we've got 11,000 men. That's good. Let's go fight the French. Actually, take some of them that way. Try and cut them off at the pass. But let's be honest, this is usually what happens. Okay. They're making a run for it, going south. Barely stand it, honestly. He continues going south, seeing if he can flank them. At some point, these guys are going to have to run all the way to India to get out of here, which is probably a bit further than they want to go. As soon as they stop for a moment, though, it's going to get pretty bad for them. Actually, go that way. He goes low, he goes high. Make sure no one's sieging my lands. Are they actually my lands? I don't really know. I don't want anyone sieging them. They'll be my lands. That's what matters. Okay. Just stop running. I want to kill you. I do not want to fight those men. Ah. Starting to turn it around. That's what we were after. We're gonna go south. South is good, because that gets us into friggin' Byzantine Empire. Never mind, it's not that much better. Ah, they're trying to siege my lands. Okay. This is what I didn't want to have happen. Oh, of course, and just when I sort of turn around, that's when they decide, oh no, no, we do want to fight, actually. Change my mind. Joke's on you, we do want to fight, haha. Hopefully they get there before that fight's lost. No, that's probably not happening. Oh, actually it did. Do we still lose? Yeah, we still lose. Wow. What was that numbers like? 9,000 men to 4 or 5,000 men and we lost. I guess our armies just sucked. Anyway, you know what? We're going to call it for tonight. Surely East France is going to lose this war very soon. Yeah. Anyway, we're ending this for tonight. So, let's save that. And we'll do our ending thing. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. Really appreciate you being here, spending your time with me. If you've enjoyed today and you're not currently following, please do consider giving a follow. Otherwise, you can also donate, share, subscribe if you wish, but don't feel like you have to. I play Crusader Kings on Sundays with Victoria on Mondays, Wednesdays for a little bit, and Saturdays. We're moving Thursday to Wednesday for the next few weeks, so just letting you know on that one. You can also view this episode. There you go. You can go to youtube.com/SeiferKatt, and that's where you can view this episode. Or you can also go to Discord, and that's where you can find me outside my regular streaming hours. And with that, I am done. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.